Matthews, Matthews chapter 24, verse 22. The NLT translation. The NLT translation. In fact, unless the time of calamity is shortened, not a single person will survive, but it will be shortened for the sake of Yahweh's chosen ones. I'd like to give all prayers and honor and glory to Yahweh Shemel Shah by Shemel Kakodash. The Wadi Yahweh Shemel Shah for giving us apostles and the elders of great millstone. Shalom to the Akim, pushing the word and sincerity and truth, for being faith-based and being prepared for what is to come. And what is to come? Race wars, famine, concentration camps, the Al-Fadi chip, which is the mark of the beast. 200 million missiles hitting the soils of America. Simultaneously, the chariots of the Lord lift up the hopeful elect into the chambers. Simultaneously, the chariots of the Lord shooting laser beams at the ungodly and the heathens, rightfully so. Hey, Abaratazah, the Lord take the cause of this video. I'm just a vessel seeking salvation out of this filthy place, literally known as spiritually known and biblically and literally known as Sodom and Gomorrah. What's the other filthy place? Egypt, and Babylon. So this is the only way out of this filthy place that's spiritually known as this place, which is, we know it as America. So it's a bit of filthy place, and whoever want to be angry, that's your business. It's not nothing to do with me. I'm just a messenger, saying getting the message out. I'll be a chosen, I'll be an elect. You know? And I'm compelled, because it's all that be in my mind, which is the greatest thing I ever had anyway. You know? It balanced me out, keeps me focused, and keeps me walking on eggshells. Because that's what the Lord wants you to be, to tend to His business. So His business is the elect. So that's what this topic is about. And it's always about the elect. It's always been about the elect, in mythological sense, because the Scripture speaks about it. Let's find a few verses that clarifies these things. All right. So, all right. Let's read this again before I go. And it says on the NLT translation, Matthew chapter 24, verse 22. Salakia. In fact, what does the word in fact mean? Let's go into this little word, fact. It stuck out, so I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna find a little something about it, because it's sticking out in this translation. All right, so let's see what's going on here. Salakia. Trying to work in the dark. Alright. It's a little brightness going on here. Let's see. Fact. A thing that is known or proved to be true. Fact. Okay, so a thing, fact. A thing that is known or proved to be true. It got a couple of more words they throw it out. Let's read the sentence it says. I put it up. He ignored some historical and economic fact. So I think I pronounced that wrong, but let's get it. Economic fact, Salaki.
Economic.
Yeah, economic fact. All right, so it says he ignores some historical and economic facts. So reality. It says you got synonyms: reality, actually, certainly, factually, Let's see what this one says, Salaki.
Certitude.
Certitude. I think they leveled up on me right there. Alright, so truth. Alright, Amath. Amath is truth. Alright. So let's go back. It says, in fact. Right? Let's go back again. It said, let's get some of the word. Certainly. Right? Emphatically. Truthfully. Actually. Right? So those are the words that we can put there. In fact, unless the time of calamity is shortened, not a single person will survive, but it will be shortened for the sake of Yahweh Yahushah's chosen ones. And that's what we want to be. We want to be his chosen ones. You know, the Lord, he provides for his chosen ones. And I brought this out, I want his chosen ones. And that's what we fighting for, man. I want to emphasize that. You know? So, Salagia. Oh, the time is 5:05 a.m. in the morning. The year of the turn up, September 3rd, 2022. The year of the turn up, and things is turning up. Rightfully so. The Day of Atonement is coming up. The Sabbath ended when the sun set today. Well, last night. And we're doing this for the sake of Yahweh Yahushua and his elect that he put out here, his chosen ones, Yahweh's chosen ones. So that's another way of saying elect. All right, so let's see that. Just want to go into that. Let's get a little in depth in that word. Electos, the elect ones, the chosen ones, for your elect's sake, Salaki. Alright. It says electos.
Strong's G 1588. Eklektas.
Alright. It says picked out, chosen by Yahweh, Yahushua, to obtain salvation through Hamashiach, Yahushua. Christians are called chosen elect. Well, we gotta put the right word there. For not Christian, it's Israelites. Israelites are called chosen or elect of Yahweh. The Messiah is called the elect, as appointed by Yahweh to the most exalt office conceivable. That's a chosen, select, i.e. the best of the kind or class. Excellent. You know, wow. Hey, that's exactly what it means. Those are the best ones going to be called up there. And that's what we're hoping to be. The best of the best. You know, of Yahweh Yahushua. There's no way of going around it. So, alright, we got a few verses I wanted to read. I got two. Alright, let's go right here. Because people get mad. Why? Oh, the individual came down to the apostles, right? And he said something that clicked out to me. And then the elder brother in Mississippi, he put up a video, which I just finished watching. I didn't watch the whole thing, but he said something and it clicked. That was on my mind before. He said, the individual came up, it's like, oh. He said, oh. He said, shalom. You had to, he said, oh, I'm only here for the elect. So, and the only one that's been pushing this is from the apostles on down of Great Millstone. So everybody else ain't pushing it because everybody else is trying to get everybody else in. And it doesn't fit like that. We just read that the electos, that Yahweh Yahushua is only coming back for the elect. The brightest, the baddest, the on toppers. Alright, so I'd rather sign one of those men. Alright? So I got a verse in Romans, right? I'm gonna read all this. I'm gonna read all the way down. So like my eyes are burning because I'm just up. My eyes are burning. Alright. So it says Romans chapter 30. Romans chapter 8, verse 30. Moreover, whom he had predestinated, them he also called. Alright? And whom he called, them he also justified. And whom he justified, them he also glorified. So that right there, that's talking about a specific batch of people. And but mainly you have to come out of the loins. So it is a loin thing. It is a testicle thing, right? You have to be. You have to gonna just be. We're gonna just say it. The man has to be of the seed of Jacob, and he have to bust a load inside his woman, and the baby and the lady got to be pregnant, and that baby is whatever the man is. Okay, we're gonna clarify it that way. So we want to go in depth into that. You know why? Because people think that you could just graft yourself in. If you ain't been, no loads been bust up. If the man ain't Yasha Allah, he ain't a Negro, Hispanic, and Native American, and if he didn't bust that load up inside that woman, and somebody else came along and planted the seed in there, that seed, if it ain't Yasha Allah, he ain't getting the fuck up out of here. Because 2/3 is not getting out of here. Let alone somebody grafted in, so you ain't making sense. So you gotta wither that in your brain, all right? So I actually really go by that. I actually go by that. You know why? Because I got a lot of brothers and sisters, and you just can't come over and say, "Yo, we down what you do." All right. So you gotta ask the question, how? How are you down with it? Because you hung out with my uncles, or one of my uncles laid the beat down. You know how we do it when a man and woman get together. The woman likes it, okay? It's just it, you know. The man likes it, the woman likes it. They like to be together, and then they make a baby. But if you are Herodians, Edomites, or Moabites, or Ammonites, you come along, you bust a load in the Jake woman, right? And the baby come out, wherever the father is, then you're not down. That's plain and simple. You gotta emphasize these things. You know why? It have to be graphical too, because then people just, oh, what about the love? No, they was doing the hokey pokey. And he was turning the woman around in all positions he wanted her in, so he can get his off.